Now to the sudden death of a well-known member of the Portage community who helped so many in their time of need. 66-year-old James Munk died in Gull Lake after he went scuba diving sometime yesterday and disappeared. 24-Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks is at the live desk now with how Monk's family is remembering him. Leon?
Good evening, Brian. James Munk is described as a very quiet but very active member of the community who dedicated so much of his life helping other families get through what his family is going through now.
His actions spoke louder than his words.
Described as a man of few words who loved his family, James Munk was scuba diving in Gull Lake at Ross Township Park last night. Investigators say he was alone.
He loved being in the water, and scuba diving was his passion.
After an officer noticed his car at the park, they began a search that lasted into the night and picked up again at sunrise. Divers found his body tangled in a rope this morning in more than 100 feet of water.
It's just a shame that it was something he was doing that it took his life.
It was a relatively hobby. Munk got his certification a few years ago. But the type of grief his family is experiencing, Munk was very familiar with. He was known for his work here at Redmond Funeral Home in Kalamazoo, where he started and ended his career in funeral service, where people who knew him say he had a knack for helping those through some of their toughest times. What do you think it was about him that made him good at that?
I think it was his way to just talk to people in a very humanly way and understood where they were coming from. He could just make people feel very at ease about what had happened and how he would handle their loved one moving forward.
While what exactly went wrong here last night is still being investigated, his family takes comfort in what he did so well and what he might say to get them through this.
I think he would have told my mother-in-law and my wife and my kids that I was doing something I love very much, and that don't worry, I'll be watching over you guys always. And it was something I loved, and what better way to go doing something you loved every day.
Munk was a proud grandfather, had 2 young grandchildren. He was 66 years old. Funeral arrangements are still being made.